Hello there, welcome to my first Homebrew Wednesday. Not too much this week. I'm running a bit low on grains. A little about myself. I've been brewing now for just over 2 years, since my wife bought me a kit for my birthday on my 40th. Seems so long ago now. Started off kit brewing and then bought myself a pot with a mashing bag and some hop socks, and I brew in the bag. Do short batches on the stove, generally around the 7 litre mark, give me around about 14 pints at the end. I don't drink a great deal, so it works for me and allows me to have varying beers. No point having 40 pints of beer that you don't like and you've only got a few. It doesn't matter if you don't necessarily like them too much. I have to excuse the cats in the background fighting. You might hear the odd squeal in a moment. I'm currently brewing my winter ale, which is a strong, just give me a moment. Out you, come on. Just shoving one of the brew cats out. As I was saying, currently brewing a Christmas ale. It's a strong ale which I'm going to add cinnamon to in secondary fermentation. I currently have a turbo cider fermenting one that'll sit there for the next week. It was basically 3 litres of Sainsbury's cheap apple juice with a third of a litre each of cherry, red grape and blueberry juice. Expect the ABV on that to be around about 6%. My Christmas ale, the ABV should be around 7.5% if all goes to plan. I have taken footage of this brew, which I shall put in now. Take a look. Heating my strike water to approximately 70 degrees to mash in. At that stage I will add my grain bag, add the rest of the grains, give it a good stir, just keep an eye on the temperature. It's at 53 degrees at the moment, so it shouldn't be too much longer, and we'll come back. Right, we're up to a temperature of 70.5 degrees centigrade. And add in our mash bag, stick it to the bottom, a big lid then, mix the first bit of the grain, let it sink in, take the bag to the sides, open it up. Scoop. Grain in the grain. And the lowest of the grains go in. There's just over 2 kilos of grain here. And there's just under 14 litres of water to mash it in. And this mash water will also be this is the total water required. There's no sparging with this method. Give it a good stir. Hunt out those dough balls. Do us. Let's see what temperature we have got. that, we have a mashing in temperature of exactly 67 degrees centigrade. Perfect. And the great thing about small batch brewing like this you don't got to worry too much about the mash temperature dropping, because you just stick it in a preheated oven around about 75 degrees. And 90 minutes later, okay, we're at the end of the mash period. Get the mash out of the oven. Ooh, look at that. Give it a stir to distribute sugars. Take temperature reading. We've ended up at 65 degrees, so we have actually lost 2 degrees temperature, but that's not too bad. Big bowl and colander, drain the grains. Oh, it's quite heavy. Out the grain. Squeeze it. Spinning down the side of the kettle, unfortunately. There we go. Whew. Out of weight here. Under. Squeeze. Squeeze the water from the grains. Put that to one side to drain as much as it can. Okay. Stir. sample. This is a pre-boil gravity reading. Go to one side to cool for a bit. And put the works on to boil. Lid on, speed it up slightly. I'll leave that till it comes to a boil. Taken a pre-boil gravity reading, temperature corrected is 1.046, which is actually 2 points below the expected, but within parameters for the sample. And a little bit more to boil. Right. We're just about coming up to boil temperature. It's a nice hot break forming. Smalt it off. Oh, there we go. Stirring in hot break to stop it boiling over. Do not want it over my wife's cooker. We had the first hop addition. I use a hop sock, stops all the hop debris at the end. We've got here 14.5 grams of North Down leaf hop. Here we go. And start our 90-minute boil. Okay. Keep an eye on it when you boil over. 20 minutes before the end, just put in my homemade work chiller to sanitise through the boil. Pause the timer for now until it heats back up to boil again. And we're back. Right. And time for the 10-minute hop addition. 6.2 grams more of North Down. Let's get another 10 minutes on the timer. For the last 10 minutes of the boil. And we'll be back. Right, we're just coming up on the end of the boil. 10 seconds away actually. Hose pipe ready to plug into the chiller. Timer off with the heat. Oh. There's about 8 litres of liquid. We'll see how quickly we can get down from boil to pitching temperature. First of all, get rid of the hot socks, drain. Oh, where are you? Hiding underneath the chiller. Right. There we go. Right. Take our sample. Mix. Sugars. We've got to take out the hydrometer so don't shock it. Right. That's cool. Connect the chiller. Thermometer. Right. about 20 minutes. They've been boiling to pitching temperature of around about 23 degrees. That nice shiny cooler. There you go. Have my fermenter, which has been sanitised with star sand. Shape to the lid. I'm currently cooling the sample in a vat of iced water. Bring it down to testing temperature. I could keep it sanitizer, but I've got plenty. Now, being a dark beer, I'm not too worried about all the crap from the grain or the cold break, so I'm not going to siphon it out. All I'm going to do is pour it from one vessel to the other, which will aerate it quite nicely as well. Pour it in there. I'll do a couple of pour backs just to get oxygen into it. Lovely, nice and aerated, lots of bubbles, and we've got about 6.5 litres, too bad. The yeast I'm using for this brew is just Irving ale yeast from Wilco's. I'll pitch the whole sachet as it's quite a strong brew. Shake over the top. Smell the yeast. That. Fermenter lid. Buffer airlock. There we go. I shall take that upstairs, put it in the bath, and let it ferment away. Let's see if we can focus in on this. Come on, focus. It's about 1072 at 27 degrees. Temperature corrected, that's 1.075, which is exactly on the mark of what it's meant to be. That's the first for me. It's going to be quite a beast when it ferments out. I'm not drinking a homebrew right this moment, which is rather a bugger, but it is a little early in the day. It's only 20 past 10 in the morning on a Wednesday morning. I'm off today, been off all this week, so I thought I'd get a brew day in. Unfortunately, it's used up all of my pale malt grains, so I shall have to do an order for some more. Probably order about 5 kilos next time. I don't brew a great deal, so that'll keep me going for a little while. What else am I up to this week? On Saturday I'm off to a beer festival at a local pub with some friends. It's a great pub called the Harrow in Caterham, so if you're ever in the area, make your way there and you get a friendly welcome and a great pint of beer. Right, so that's it for me this week. There's not too much to say. Hopefully next week I'll be able to give you an update on how everything's going. I hope to be bottling this brew in a couple of weeks' time. First ferment should finish around about next Saturday, and then I'll leave it in secondary for another week, sitting on a couple of cinnamon sticks to spice it a little. Okay chaps, I'll see you again next week. Thank you for watching.